It's one of those times again. We're from having a meeting with the young guys, the youth leaders who are really very hungry. And there's one thing I've picked up from these gangs is that the youth is hungry for the Lord. They're hungry to do the things of God, to do His work, and that is interesting in itself. That it actually shows that we don't lack in hunger. We don't lack in want, in desire. What we lack in is a leadership. We lack in people who can actually lead these young people. They do not need a passive leader. They do not need a leader that is doing it by the way. They need a committed leader. They need a leader that is clear as to what it is he or she is doing and wanting. And so when you lead young people, especially now, you're in a time where we're not lacking in hunger. We don't have to do much to get them going. Just show them that you mean what you say, and that you say what you mean only. And I think that is the biggest thing we can do. If we really want to be successful in training, in developing, in mentoring, in making sure that these young men and young girls, that they actually become more phenomenal leaders, we really need to be serious in teaching them. And that is the big thing. And I think, in your seriousness, one thing that will stand out is, from these young guys, they'll quickly find out whether you are fully persuaded or whether you are playing the game. Because if you are fully persuaded, they'll pick it up in action. They'll pick it up in the tone of voice. They'll pick it up in the conviction. They'll literally present itself when you speak or when you do stuff. And so I'm really in a position where I believe that we really, as Pastor Art always says, this is the most dynamic, the most amazing generation that has ever walked on planet Earth. However, I want to mention this, and I believe that it is because that we are having a lot of people in that previous generation that has caught this. They may not have been as active as they should, but they actually caught this for real. And so this generation is coming in a time where there's not that much, resistance, from a fixed mind that doesn't understand, but they're coming to a place or into a space where we're having a generation preceding them that actually has caught it a bit. They may not have been, or successful in executing all that needed to be executed. However, we're having a very powerful, generation now. We're having a brilliant generation, rising, that'll really run even stronger, harder, with more passion, with a greater conviction, and actually, I believe, will achieve the objective that they, been longing to achieve. And that is, to achieve goals, to achieve vision, and to manifest, the dreams and of course the conviction that is carrying them, that has motivated them to want to do this. I believe we have a phenomenal leadership, in our young people. We have phenomenal leadership in our current generation. We have brilliant leadership in the generation that is, actually preceding us. And that generation has been doing it quite well, I must say, and may have not been perfect in all areas, but I believe those who've been running strong, and they inspire us to want to do the same and more. And I believe that's what we want. We want to be greater always than the previous generation, and we want the one following us to be even greater than us. And that is the thing. Young people don't lack hunger, they lack leadership. That's what I believe. Thank you.